Talk That Talk TV, we back again.
Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Bringing you reactions, reviews and slick recaps. Join the conversation, no time for mishaps. Trends will uncover, every beat devoured with fresh insights and energy will never tire. From pop culture to the latest in the game, dive in with us. You want to stake your claim, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Tika.
And it's EJ.
And of course, we are here at Talk That Talk Media, here to discuss the latest episode of ALLSFAIR. Matter of fact, we've got 2 episodes to give you guys. Episodes 8 and 9. The shenanigans went down. So first thoughts on episode 8 and 9, EJ, because Cara was working my nerves. I ain't gonna even lie. Put her in the dirt.
Yeah, I had enough of Car this particular. I just had enough of her just in general. And then I'm just over the rest of them too. Like the last episode just really pissed me off. Like it pissed me off so badly because I'm just like, are y'all really gonna take the word of this person and not see through everything? Like y'all about to lose everything and y'all don't even realize y'all about to lose everything. And that last move that she pulled, geez Louise, that's rough right there. That was just low down. Like you have to really be a psychopath in order to go that far.
Definitely. She's a psychopath anyway. Like we know Cara is crazy AF. That's why her ass was sitting there on the therapist chair. You know what I mean? But we're gonna find out why she's so screwed up in the head. And I'm not definitely with no questions asked. I'm not making any excuses for Cara, but that chick, she crazy. She messed up for a reason. But let's first of all, let me just go and say thank you to everybody that is tapping in, hanging out with us over here at Talk That Talk Media. Please go ahead and hit that like button as well as sharing this out. Spread the word. Let everybody know that Tika and EJ are over here at Talk That Talk Media, and we're discussing ALLSFAIR. Now, a lot of people are really not into this. Your real honest reaction, EJ, is it worth continuing to watch? I mean, like, how do you feel about it? I know we're gonna get to that last episode or that last little moment, but how do you really feel about it? Because I mean, call me a fool. I like dumb stuff. I like crazy stuff. I like weird stuff. So I'm kind of still stuck. I don't want to let it go just yet.
Yeah, the first few episodes, were like acclimating to it. But after that, I honestly feel like it's a show worth watching. I actually enjoy watching it. I just sat up there and watched them 2 episodes like it wasn't nothing. I was in it. Like, seriously, I think that once you get over, because I feel like people's real issues have more to do with a person more so than the actual show, and not necessarily giving the show like a full on try per se, because I do feel like you gotta watch it. Like, and sometimes watching episode 1 is not always gonna get it. Sometimes you gotta go to episode 2 and 3 just to see exactly if you're really going to be into it or not. I feel like once you get past a few episodes, you really lean into like, oh, okay, this person this person this, and this could potentially be a good storyline. I'm sorry, but I think, gosh, what's her real name? What's her name? Car's real name?
Sarah Paulson.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson. I couldn't think of it. I think Sarah Paulson plays an amazing villain, and I think she does a great job at really bringing that out. And then I think the other characters just kind of vibe off of each other. I don't think that one character stands out per se in the sense of like this friend group that we have. I think that Car is the real star of the show. Yeah. If we just keeping it real. Yeah. Like I really think that's where everything lies in. And then with these last 2 episodes, I feel like they upped the ante and made me want to know what was going to go down on season 2.
Absolutely.
That's what I
Absolutely.
think.
I agree with you, EJ, and especially on episode 6, which I'm sorry, episode 7, y'all. I just uploaded the recap for episode 7, but Sarah Paulson, aka Carr, was literally, she had me laughing, talking about her PUSSY and her PUSSY, but her PUSSY was her kitty, her actual cat that she, the cat was laid to rest. However, she just loved that kitty so much that she just did not want to let that kitty go. She played with that kitty. She stroked that kitty like she
Girl.
was out of control. She had me on my knees laughing so freaking hard when she did that. I was just like, girl, I was like, Liberty, like, girl, can you please stop talking about your PUSSY? Go watch your
Girl.
PUSSY.
I bet you it took everything for them not to laugh at that scene. Like, I couldn't have been in that scene listening to her say that over and over again. I would have been like, oh my God, I cannot listen to this. This is crazy. I just would have bust out laughing. Like, I just wouldn't have been able to be serious.
Right. I'm with you, EJ. I'm with you. And go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead real quick. Thank you, Patrice Halson, for coming on in. We see you over here. Hey there, Tamika's Den. Thank you for tapping in. Yes, y'all do what Tamika said. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and just hit all them buttons. As a matter of fact, for those people that keep saying they don't understand or they never get to see the notifications, what you're going to have to do is when you see there's a notification bell, you tap that notification bell and then you look for the word all. Then you're going to select the word all. So that way you can receive all notifications from Talk That Talk Media, EJ the TV Junkie, as well as all things Ruthless. Okay. Yes, hit all the buttons. Okay, y'all. All right, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Cause girl, of course, it left off where we saw this whole investigation. We know that this is the man that did the dirt to Emerald, and now they're still investigating this situation. And this detective, like, she is not playing with the ladies over here at Green and I forgot what Alora's last name was, but she's not playing with
Bronson
them.
and Grant.
Thank you. Thank you. She's not playing with them over here at the firm. And so she's investigating, and she might as well she should just came out and said, listen, I know one of you heifers did this. I just can't put my fingers on it right now, but I'm going to find out the truth. And so we see, thankfully, Dina comes into the room. It's like, why are you even questioning them or showing them any kind of images without their lawyer being present? So again, Dina saves the day and helps get rid of this detective. But any thoughts, EJ, on just the moment of this detective continue? She's gonna get her man. In other words, she's gonna get the person that unalived this person who was a rapist, a dirtbag. Like, she's fighting hard for this person.
It's always interesting how the person who is the predator is always the one where people are going to go and just really fight because they still a person. They didn't have to be murdered, but the justice system didn't do them any justice. So somebody else went and did the justice. Like, the way I would have just let that case went on, like, I wouldn't have been out there looking for that person that hard. Like, you did the world a favor. You got one rapist off the map, but I think it has more to do with the fact that he was connected with money than anything. The reason why she's just all in. I just feel like I was glad Dina was there to assist. That's
Right.
why it baffles me as we get to later portions, because we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. I know you want to get to it real quick, but we're gonna get to it. Um, so Emerald is crazy too. Like, I love Emerald. I love her attitude, her personality. So you can tell these ladies got money, because why not? Let's go to Fashion Week. Why not go to Fashion Week? We've got this plane. Why not use it? Okay. And so in the midst of all of this nice little food coming out, they're being served by this flight attendant. Then Emerald is in the back moaning and groaning. I'm like, girl, is you getting your back blown out or what? But we find out that she's getting a nice massage, a nice rub down by this fine, sexy man. And Yeah, he making her feel good. I don't think he was giving her I don't think she got a happy ending, but I do believe, she got close enough because all of the moaning and groaning she was doing, EJ, girl. Like, come on, Emerald.
Girl.
I'm not mad at you though. It wasn't even nothing. There was literally nothing going on. Just her getting rubbed down and the ladies just talking about it.
Girl. She
And then they
said,
finally
listen.
make their way to the whole fashion event. And of course Dina is like trying to talk to them about allowing Cara, to come in. I don't know why Dina in her head, why she think this is a good idea to allow Cara to interfere or be a part of anything that these other ladies have going on. Cause I don't know why she can't see that Cara is just the damn devil. But any thoughts on her just any of these moments, EJ?
Yeah, I mean, the plane moment was funny. And then, of course, this moment right here, the fact that Dina is just pushing so hard for it just irritates me even more because I'm like, you know how Car is, and you know that they don't necessarily like her. Why would you want to invite her into this environment to potentially make it a toxic environment? Because regardless of who you think Car is and how good of a lawyer she is, she clearly can't let things go, and she's been holding on to a grudge for this long. That's enough of a red flag right there to let me know that no, like, because most people would have just moved on by now. And the fact that she has a child and she doesn't even think about that, like, because you figure once a person has like a child, like, come on, like, we gonna start moving past all these grudges that we're holding and all the things, especially this particular one, especially when I'm already successful in my own right and I didn't even need to be a part of y'all firm in order to be successful. Yes, I may have used it for motivation, but at the end of the day, I still made a successful firm of my own. And I have this amazing daughter. I've rebuilt a friendship that I had, dismantled. So why not just move on? Like, but and I just can't see why why Dina wants to continue to push them to be open to this when there's so many other lawyers that they could have gotten to be a fourth. I just thought it was crazy.
Absolutely. And then there's also a moment where they're talking about bringing um
Milan.
Milan, thank you, girl. I had a brain cramp. I'm sorry, y'all. But why the hell are we bringing this tramp back? Like this tramp, I don't care how good of a paralegal she is. She has slept with one of y'all coworkers, friends. Like she has slept with that woman's husband. She has slept with Allure's husband. And y'all really want to bring her back? And Allure, what is wrong with you? Like, do you have other plans for Milan? Like, are you getting ready to take this girl out and then take her baby? Like, what is going what is going on? I just don't understand it, EJ. I do not understand it. Again, another one that wants to sleep with and wants to be wants to be Allure. She done finally got in good because we find out that she has a crush on Chase. Like, who wouldn't have a crush on Chase? But she takes it to the point of, okay, now that the ink is dry on the divorce papers, I'm about to slap it up, flip it, rub it down with your man and let him slap it up, flip it, and rub it down on me. And her friend, her baby daddy was there, like, oh, we need to get men. And so that's when we find out that she definitely has this crush on Chase, and she's gonna definitely act on it.
Girl. This was ridiculous because the way Chase was pissing me off in this episode too, because how you gonna sit up here and try to act like you want to get that old thing back, like you want to try to do better and be better. You're going to these classes, and the minute Carr says a few words to you, all of a sudden Allure's the bad guy, when clearly you are the bad guy, Chase. You are the one who has done all the dirt and all the wrong. She didn't cheat on you. She's not the one with the problem with the addiction. And then you want to, come over here talking about you this, you that. Sir, sit Joe behind down. Because clearly you have gotten over here and got manipulated real quick, which Carr is extremely good at, is manipulating people, and which baffles me because she shows you who she is every single time, and she doesn't hide that. Yet people take that as a trust factor because, oh, she's being completely honest. Like, no, like, come on, Chase. Like, I'll just be glad when we're done with Chase altogether. I really could care less. I don't want to see him.
Right. Especially after in episode 7, where he does all of this work to go to all these different women, give them flowers, apologize. I'm sorry for basically sleeping with you while I was married and lying to you and all of the things. And then he ends up doing it again. And now you're in Sex Anonymous, Sex Addicts Anonymous. Like, what's the point? Because you're going to keep on doing it. But one thing that Cara did say to him that makes sense. What is your why? Why are you the way that you are? Why are you this sex addict? We found out that Cara, she understands what it is to be addicted to something. She was addicted to cutting. So she and I don't think that helped her heal from it at all. But we find out her a portion of her why. We also find out that Cara's father unalived himself and she found the body. So this is another reason, and I'm not giving Cara any grace because she's too damn old to be acting the way that she is, but this is why Cara is so messed up. She has that it's like separation anxiety when somebody, or abandonment issues when somebody basically abandons you. And this is what, in her mind, what the ladies did to her when they didn't want to bring her along into the firm. They abandoned her. So, we, of course, like I said, y'all, he's the Iron Man in this whole fire, and he goes and gets it in. EJ, any more thoughts on Cara and just
Girl,
any last little moments between these two?
this right here was just ridiculous. At the end of the day, he called you Allure because that's who he's always thinking about. Like, you will never be her. You're not gonna be her. It like you're just not. Like, please stop it. I just wish Carr would find something else to do because it almost feels like she really, really liked Chase on the low. But if you know that the man is in SA, if you know that he has a sex addiction, because SA just sound like the other word. If you
Right.
know he has a sex addiction, then why are you thinking that you can pursue this man and that he's going to, like he's really going to date you? Like, that's not what he does. Like, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Carr is no Allura. Allura really does have it all together when it comes to a lot of different things. And she couldn't even keep that man. What makes Carr think that she's going to be able to, just because she's going to feed into all of his toxicity and promote all of this? Like, yeah, you should be doing this. Like, you should, like, he has a problem. And instead of you encouraging him to get help for his problem, you're telling him that it really ain't a problem and you should lean into it. And I'm going to let you do whatever it is that you want to do because Allure wouldn't let me, put it where the sun don't shine. So I'm gonna let you put it in wherever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just so weird to me how obsessed she is with all of them.
Yeah. And what really made me realize, I mean, all of the things, all of the factors are coming together why Cara is so screwed up. But this chick said she used to, she used to rub one off to Jesus. Like, what
Girl,
is wrong
that was
with Cara?
crazy.
Are you serious? Talk about Jesus. I guess Jesus when he was on the cross and the abs, and she had him saying, and had him she was calling out the name of Jesus while she was literally getting it in with Chase. I was like, this lady is out of control. Don't strike her down yet, Lord. We need to see what else gonna happen to her. And she just so screwed up. And then she walks into the office, y'all, and she's looking like Allura. Like this, she wants to be Allura so bad. Even Milan was like, hell, we all want to be like her, but don't change who you are. Like, you're a bad chick. And it's unfortunate that Cara just does not understand, even though she may not look like Milan, she may not always dress like Milan, I mean, might like Allura, but she's actually intelligent. She's a hell of an attorney, and we're going to see that in one of the cases that they resolved today. But she's a hell of a attorney, but yet she's so stuck on being daggone Allura. Any thoughts, girl, when she walked in there looking literally like Allura, and Milan didn't even realize that she wasn't.
Girl, I said if we don't stop, this was just so horrid. I was just like, what are we doing right now? Like, what is the point and the purpose? Like, I'm not gonna spend that much time and energy on I'm not gonna spend that much time and energy, Tika. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, this is just way too much. You're spending your money, you're spending your time, you're spending your energy on all of this for what? You don't want to look like her. You just want to get under her skin. You just like, what is it about Allura that is the one that really, really irks you? Because it feels like she is the one who gets the most hate out of all of them when they all essentially did the same exact thing.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought this was crazy. And the fact that she thought that this was I mean maybe from the back just a hair, but from the back, girl, you should have known better.
Yeah, and Milan, when
Milan
she
is
was
tripping.
talking about how she wanted to be Allura as well, she wanted to be Allura so bad that she screwed her man. I would have, girl, I wanted to kick Milan out of the doggone building because you still trifling. You here only by the grace of the big man up above, okay? So
Girl.
yeah, that moment was crazy to me. And so they sit down and this basically an interview as to whether or not we want you to be a part of our company. There ain't no freaking way in hell, earth, heaven, or nowhere else would I be sitting in front of Kara interviewing her to be a part of our firm. I don't give a dang how good of an attorney she is. There's no way. There's just too much damage that has been done. She's so disrespectful to the ladies. She's always throwing out some type of insult. Ain't no way, EJ. Ain't I was literally yelling. Ain't no way that this chick would be in front of me trying to get a job with us.
Exactly. Like ain't no way I would ever entertain this. And the fact that she came in here looking like Allura, like it just shows to me that you're not even taking this serious. Like, is our law firm a joke to you? Like, Allura is one of our partners. You're clearly taking shots at her. You're clearly doing this on purpose. And then as soon as you come in there, you start taking shots.
Yep.
So it's like, if you don't respect me just and we're not partners yet, we're not working together, how can I expect you to respect me when we are? When these cases come in and we have to collaborate on them, and I may think this and you may think this, instead of us being able to do it in a professional manner, you're always going to take the low road and try to insult me or demean me in front of someone else. Like, I just think that this was just dumb on every level of dumb. Like, it was just stupid. Like, there's no way I would have taken her serious. Like, I would have been like, ma'am, until you go change your outfits, first of all, that's the first no. We can't do this until you change clothes. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna do this.
Right.
I just can't.
But they let her come on through. And shout out to Michael Blackson, Mr. I got a wife and a baby mama and a whole bunch of other side chicks. Shout out to Michael Blackson for being in this episode. He basically portrays this husband who was somewhat of a conspiracy theorist, where basically I'm just paraphrasing in my brain. You can look at the freaking sun and know that it's bright orange or bright orange, and he'll tell everybody that the sun is boo boo purple, okay? And everybody is supposed, he wants everybody to believe his thought process, and he's also trying to teach his children the conspiracy way of life, when his wife is like, listen, just give the kids to me and you can go and do whatever you want. But Kara came in with the clutch. She did save this moment because she said, okay, well, if I basically put this information out about you and your political stance, or you and your political trying to run for any political office, that chance will be out the door. And so Dina is like proud of her because she's looking like, see, I told y'all she was good. But honey, ain't that much good in the world. Any thoughts on Michael Blackson and his conspiracy theorists and
Girl.
and just Carl, of course.
I can't take Michael seriously, not even in this. I said I can't take him seriously. But I mean, she did a good job, but it's always her tactics. I mean, if we could say she did a good job as far as her tactics are concerned, they're kind of questionable, but I mean, it got the job done. So nobody's denying that she has the skill set to do it, because you have to be a psychopath in order to travel down and think this type of way anyway. I feel like they probably could have done this themselves, like in the sense of found a way to be able to get what they wanted. But in this moment, because she did a little more research, because she had a little more on the line, because she has an agenda, she, of course, did a little more work and found out something that they didn't find out. So I'm going to give her all her props when it comes to this. You got to be able to dig into the dirt. And sometimes, crazy, no crazy.
Right.
So crazy went and found the crazy. And Dina is sitting up here like a proud mama bear, not knowing that she is tomorrow's prey. I
Right.
mean, it's crazy to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so Chase, after one night, 1 or 2 moments, he goes ahead and he breaks up with Carr, because at the end of the day, it was never you, Carr. I never really wanted you, but why is she making some kind of beef burger or whatever it was with sliced deli meat? Like, honey, where they cook like that at? And he said that the food was spicy or it was zesty. Like, so at this point, we know Cara is a hell of an attorney, but she cannot cook, which is why she buys all of the meals. She bought Dina a baked ziti for when she was mourning and going through the things that she was going through. But yeah, this episode 8, was primarily, matter of fact, 8 and 9 are primarily about Cara and her shenanigans. And so now that her man, well, who wasn't her man, now that he has broken up with her, she's back at home on the couch with the gay baby daddy, literally watching what's that, Glenn Close, watching her on the screen. Like, she's one of the best. And I'm just like, girl, any thoughts? And we're gonna move on to episode 9, EJ. Any last thoughts on episode 8?
No, I don't have any thoughts over episode 8. I mean, car is car. So episode 9 was where the juice was.
Right. And episode 9 was entitled Interior Law Offices. And this is where Cara definitely gets messy. She's sitting down at the therapist, laying in the chair, talking about how she basically wants to unalive all of this little crew. She wants to unalive the ladies. Like, she has called her attorney or called her therapist. Literally, the therapist had to pull up on her, and because she wants to take them out. Like, she has, it's just so much that has gone on. There's no way, and she's still so hurt by it all. And she makes a hit list. Like, each one of the ladies, she's going to do what she has to do to manipulate each one of those ladies. And the way she's moving, I would not want to be on her hit list. But she starts out with Liberty. She goes to Liberty. She talks about, she gives Liberty this plate of with Princess Diana on it, and the world loved Princess Diana. So to give her this commemorative plate was something that Liberty was excited about this plate, and also excited she listened to Cara talk about having the wedding that she wants, because Allure wants her to be her. She doesn't want her to be herself, because Allure is so insecure that she doesn't know how to be anything else. So she convinces her to go and get these ladies these ugly behind dresses, and she does it by having this little tea party and announcing she doesn't know exactly who her maid of honor is gonna be just yet. But the dresses was not cute, EJ. Was they cute? But I understand that. Let me say this, and then I understand that they didn't have to clown her so hard, because when I tell you they laughed the hell out of those dresses, poor Liberty, her poor feelings was hurt, and basically everything that Cara had said kind of resonated and stuck with her. So she was literally in her feelings. But EJ, the dresses and the tea party.
Girl, listen, I ain't mad at no tea party, and I'm not mad at culture is culture. But let me say this though. She know them dresses wasn't cute. Now, if you were like having people that was other people that are from your culture in your wedding, then I say go for it. And if you're having your wedding there, then go for it, yada yada yada. I'm pretty sure that your friends are still gonna wear whatever you ask them to wear at the end of the day. But she knew it wasn't it. Like she knew that this just wasn't cute and that it was low-key kind of funny, like really, like we really doing this, like. But I'm sure if she had of like let them know from the jump that she was like serious, because it felt like a bad joke, you know.
Right.
But if she had to let them know, like, look, this is what they do in my culture, I would like to, keep the wedding as close to my culture as possible. Like I feel like she should have led with something like that, so
Right.
that we wouldn't think it was a joke. But these dresses are not that cute. We could have did something else to modernize them and still represent the culture.
Right. Yeah. But it stuck with her. The negativity part of it stuck with her because Carl was saying how, the ladies were clowning her Scottish bagpipes for the wake. She was clowning those people. For those of y'all that have not watched the recap to episode 7, please go right on over there because it's on our channel on Talk That Talk Media right now, available for you guys to check out so you can kind of understand some of the things in case you missed something. But yeah, so she already has in her mind that the girls don't like her. Matter of fact, Liberty already said, that she felt like she was an outsider because basically she was the only one that wasn't an American in their whole group. And so, that it didn't take nothing for Cara to throw all those thoughts in her head and manipulate her and make her really believe that these ladies are not that cool with her. I'll put it like that. But then afterwards, y'all, we find out some damning information. Was it enough to break up the was it enough to break up Liberty and Reggie? I don't really know. But they find out some information. They don't tell us right away. And then Dina comes into the room, and then they finally say, well, this man basically took a risk, took a high risk loan. He basically trying to say that he's basically broke, and which is why he wanted to get the prenup with Liberty. But I mean, it made sense. If your financial situation is not going, it could possibly crash. Why not get the prenup? But the only mistake that Reggie made was he didn't tell Liberty, what was really going on. And it sucks that it has to come from her friends, where she finds this information out. Any thoughts on what they discovered, EJ?
Yeah, I wasn't sure that it was that. I honestly thought that she knew it. I was like, I'm hoping this is just one of those things that she know, and I thought it was just gonna add to Car's thing, like more things for Car to be like, whatever, because Car has started this manipulation with Liberty. So that's what I thought it was going to be. But to find out that it really was true and that he just lied, like nobody wants to start out a marriage on a big ass lie like this. That's a big lie to lie about. Like I there's a lot of things you can get through, but that's just a really big one to lie about. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. And
even
once
if he
again,
did try to protect her, you still lied. Like you could
yeah.
have told her the truth and
Mhm.
said, this is why.
Right.
And he does say something like he didn't want her to take. I know he alluded to it, but he wasn't upfront and honest.
Right.
Like, sir, you got to be all the way honest, not a little bit honest. You can't lie. It's a lie by omission, and
Right.
so sad for him.
Yep. Sorry for this man. Um,
Okay.
of course, of course, Car is excited because, she's gotten Liberty on her list. She's able to manipulate her. She even goes to the point of getting these scones, and pretending like she likes them. Like she's just so fake. Like she's a narcissist, a psychopath, like any mental term that you can call somebody, that is Cara. And so we find out that they're voting, and the vote is, and this was her whole plan to be able to sway somebody to basically vote for her to become a partner in this whole firm. And so it kind of works because it was 2-2. Somebody actually voted for Cara. somebody we didn't expect voted for Cara. Was it
Allura?
Liberty because Cara has been such a nice little friend to her? But who the heck was the other person that actually voted for Cara?
I think it
It
was
had to
Allura and
be.
Liberty. I think that's who it is. I think it's Allura and Liberty, trifling self. Allura got swayed by the fact that she was able to win that case the way she was. She got swayed by the fact that she thought that they were mending something. They just dumb, Tika. Like they
Yeah.
just dumb.
I agree with you, EJ. But the only thing I think it was Emerald, because Emerald been riding this whole we single mama type vibe with her. They've been connecting that way. So I'm thinking, oh, why not? Let's get the single mama, in there. So that's why I definitely believe the other person was Liberty, but I think the other person was definitely Emerald. I could be way off. Who do y'all think? Drop it in the chat. Who do y'all think actually voted for a dang Cara's ass to come in there and work with them? But Dina knows what's up. Dina knows that that Cara is playing games, and she calls her out on it. She definitely calls her out on, trying to manipulate, she noticed that, she was able to manipulate Liberty and get her to, basically get that vote. But this heifer slow, she pours wine into Dina's face. And I don't know if her and Dina actually had an appointment, but she comes in there and acts as if, oh girl, you forgot you had an appointment with me. So now this is where Cara is playing the whole mind game, EJ, using that particular information. Oh, you quote unquote forgot that we had an appointment. Did you want to swing on her when she threw that wine in Dina's face? I did. I wanted to pow, give her a birthday party.
Okay. The way I feel like she should have swung on her, the way that I'm just like, why are there no cameras in this particular room? It's not the room that they take their meetings in. This is just a regular room. I was so mad about that too, because I was like, I just knew that Car was about to do something. I was like, she's gonna get to them. She's gonna get rid of Dina first. Honestly, I thought she was about to. But because I was like, oh, she done, like, what do they call that when a person like breaks? I guess that's what it is when she has a psychotic break. I was like, she literally has had a full psychotic break after having the conversation with her gay baby daddy.
Right.
I said, oh, she done lost her mind. So I thought that that's what she was going to do after Dina called her out on it. I said, she finna find a way to stage an accident and she about to go on up to the upper room with Doug.
Ooh. Right. It was definitely given that. It was definitely given that. And after Dina let her know, listen, you're not the one and we're not the one and I'm not the two. Don't play with me. She ends up literally, she sat in the room for like a minute and cried, but there was no freaking tears. Psychopath. Okay. There was not one tear that came out of her eye. Next thing you know, she lifted her head up like, I got something for you. Your name is next in the book. So we're just going to quickly go over Liberty and Reggie. And Liberty and Reggie have finally officially broken up because, just like EJ said, the truth was not told. You didn't tell me the truth. That means you don't trust me enough to, give me any type of information like what you were supposed to be giving me in regards to, what was going on with you financially. Like, and I think she loved him enough that she would have actually worked with him in this situation had he not just been honest, DJ.
Exactly. No, you're right. I think that she absolutely would have still been with him and she probably still would have married him. And she probably would have set up a whole plan as to how she was going to, make sure that their financial future was going to be secure. But the problem was the lie of omission, that you didn't trust me enough with this information to tell me. It wasn't what it was what you didn't do, sir. Right. I appreciate that you tried to protect me because, you could have been an a-hole about it because I clearly wasn't even going to ask you for a prenup and you could have allowed me and I could have did all this and then never even known about it and then been messed up in your mess. But you didn't do that, which tells me that, yes, you love me, but you love me enough to try to protect me, and you knew that there was a potential that I was going to need some protection from. However, you still didn't trust me enough to be honest with me, and that leaves me with pause. And for somebody who was already on the fence about marrying him, that's the last thing you want to do. Like, that's the last thing you want to do. She was already in that weird gray area when this whole engagement thing came up, when he asked her. So I was like, sir, you just should have been honest with her.
Right. Because she was definitely gonna ride with you, but you effed up. Okay. That's right, Candy. Yeah, he messed up by not being 100% honest about his finances. Yeah, I hate it for him. But this chick right here is still on the mission, and she is working the room. Cara is working the room, and she has had the audacity to go to Allure. Now, Allure was like, listen, I don't even want to talk to you. Like, just get out my office. I have nothing to say to you. But then she shows her text messages of Dina saying that she wants to unalive herself and she doesn't want to be here anymore, and that she talks to Doug. She's having basically full-on conversations with Doug, and she gives this information to Allura, and it alarms Allura. But for me, information coming from Cara would not have been valid, not in my world at all. But what did you think when she went to the right person, because Allura's gonna definitely, oh my God, not my Dina, not my mama Dina. What did you think, EJ, when she went to her with the shenanigans?
Yeah, I knew that she went to the right person, because if she had went to Emerald first, I felt like Emerald would have vetted the information first, which I found interesting that she doesn't later vet it. But I think that what it all boils down to is that in friendship groups, there is always a friend who everybody just follows and believes or trusts without a whole lot of thought into it, right? And that's not a bad thing. Like, all groups kind of have that person that they're just like, oh, okay, well, okay, we just, whatever Allura says, we're just going to go along with that. Whether they have their own opinion about it or not, it's kind of like a rallying thing, right? I feel like if you go to Emerald is not going to tell the friend group just yet. She's going to vet the information and then come back and tell them. I feel like Liberty, it would have, well, in the state that she was in now, she might have believed her, but pre-Liberty would have really dismissed her and wouldn't have allowed her even in the space, right? So you go to Allura, who's going to, let's just, like, she wants to save everything. She wants to, like, everything has to be perfect almost. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like we got to save her. We got to get this together. Like, she's going to spring right into action. And I just feel like nobody did enough vetting. There was no reason for Carr to be in the room when y'all had this conversation, because y'all are not y'all don't even like her like that. Why is she in the room while you're having this conversation? Why is she there? Why? Okay. Like, if you really have my best interest at heart, why is she here? And the minute that she said something about her being a Viper, that's the minute that Carr needs to leave the room, and we need to have a conversation, because just a few minutes ago, we believed you to be a sane person. Why all of a sudden now do we believe you to not be a sane person? What have you literally said or done to us to make us think that you're not a sane person? Not a darn thing. Right? Not a darn thing. And now I'm being open about my feelings in front of y'all, and I'm going through grief. Yeah, she's going through grief, and Lord have mercy. Allura literally went and implanted Chase's eggs and her embryo, their embryos. And I said, Chase's eggs, girl. You know what
I know what you meant.
He literally implanted those embryos into her womb, because she was going through something and she was trying to hold on to this one last thing, which was the death of a marriage, because marriage can be considered a death too, right? Just not in a physical sense. But so I feel like the same thing applies. Like, Dina was going through something. She's going through grief. So yeah, she's probably going to talk to the person that she's been with for 40 years. She's probably going to have conversations with him. And she's telling you, like, not in the sense of conversation, like he's speaking back to me, but she's probably gonna, like, honestly, I just like I would never want to think about that. But the thing is that I feel like most people would probably have conversations with their spouse still, because you're still trying to process the fact that your spouse is no longer there. The person that you wake up next to in the morning to say good morning to, or you say something crazy to, you might think of something and just say it out loud and boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like this was all wrong. Like, every piece of this was wrong. And I was like, I cannot believe how we're just trusting Carr so much.
All of
And
a sudden.
she has the evidence. Here are the text message. But did you vet those text messages? Did you see where them text messages actually, is this your number? No, you got a doggone tech person right there. Did they truly come from this number? And you do remember that she had access to her while she was in a deep mourning period, which means she had access to her phone to be able to send those messages from said phone, even if she wanted to go. Like, there is nothing. And she kept pushing Liberty away. She wouldn't let Liberty be at the house. Carr has been setting this up and has been one step ahead of them this entire time, because she knew that Dina would probably be the one to figure it out. So let me go ahead and put a plan of action to get rid of Dina. Like, they just all dumb to me right now. Like, they just all pissed me off.
Yep. And then also with the festivity, I was to the highest of festivity as well, EJ. But we saw the moment where Dina was going through it right before Doug had passed away, and she went in and she literally crashed out. She threw all the dishes all over the place, but she was upset. Her husband is literally, the life of her husband is literally leaving right before her eyes. And so then Cara gets this, what, Esmeralda.
I want to call her Esmeralda.
Okay, she kept forgetting the name, and she comes in, and now she's got bruises on her neck. So did Dina swing on her? Like, did Cara do this to her? Did Cara threaten her? Did Cara threaten her family? And Dina is saying, I don't remember doing any of this stuff. And so it's making her look crazy, because now we done brought in a character witness. It's making look as if Dina has done all of the things that Cara is alleging or accusing her of doing. It really pissed me off, like you said, EJ, that the ladies did not vet, they did not follow up, they did not get any real information. They were just literally taking the word. Then they saw where Dina had written out on the will and gave 80% of her possessions to Esmeralda Esperanza. I think it's Esperanza. But she literally wrote that, but it could have been in the state where she was going through some ish. And then, and of course, I'm sure it was, because they was like, oh, that's her handwriting. Like, that's her handwriting. Okay. Like you said, EJ, Cara done set the ish up, and like Todd set the ish up, Cara set the ish up. Okay. And so it's, it's unfortunate. And then, not only did she set this issue up, but then the Popo came in, arresting her, blaming her for the unalivement of the dude that S.A. Emerald. And now that's why this felt like a finale to me. And I could be way wrong, but then we see where Dina, her name is stricken off of the list, y'all. Any final thoughts? Our girl Dina is getting locked up. I don't know how long she's gonna be locked up, but yeah, she up out of there for now.
Yeah, I mean, this was a crazy finale. I was like, okay, I said, I guess we gonna go out like this, because here we go. But like I said, I just felt like she was always 2 steps ahead. It's like Cara's too smart for her own good. She knew that Dina would figure it out. She knew that she was probably the only other person that wouldn't have blinders on that would figure out what was really happening. Because we've heard her master plan. My master plan is, if I can't beat them like this by being over here in my law firm and trying to take them down from the outside, let me go and try to take them down from the inside, which is smart. Like, everybody knows you dismantle from the inside down. You like I think Candy said, you conquer and divide. You go and you get some allies, you make them feel a certain type of way, and you really lean into that. And that's what she did. Like, that's why I felt like Liberty was just crazy. Like, I don't understand how all these years of hating this person and having a real reason to, like, knowing that something was off with this person, all it took was 2 minutes of her showing you some tea and crumpets and stuff and saying you should get your own dress. And the way that she kept bringing this back to allure, like, y'all are smart. Why aren't y'all blinders going off whenever she's saying, like, allure wants you to be her? Like, does she want you to be her, Liberty? Like, let's just be real and let's really think about this. Like, honestly, it really sounds like that person who is trying to put a little break in there, but then sprinkle some little sprinkles on top of it and be like, but they really love you. Like, this is true. Like, she's a sociopath, and I can't understand how they couldn't see that or read through it. Like, I'm holding Liberty and Emerald more than Allura, because Allura leads with her heart and her feelings, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a little bit different from them. But I feel like Liberty is the hard one that thinks about things a little bit more. And I feel like Emerald, like, literally vets stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why there is why we not following up on certain stuff. Car was over at Dina's house for too long for me to trust anything that she got to say or do. And she hates us too much. Anybody who can hold a grudge for this long, Tika, no.
Yep. Yeah, and that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. Episodes we just discussed, episodes 8 and 9 of All's Fair. I know EJ has put something in the chat about whether that was the finale or not. The way that one ended, it definitely felt like a finale to me. And I'm looking forward to season 2 because they have been greenlit for season 2. Starchild says, but it was weird that Kara is the one to get through to Dina. I guess her crazy paid off in this moment. Definitely paid off. It definitely paid off. Car needs her butt whooped. I'm sick of her. Me too, Tamika. Me too. I want to take her to the back of the building and get her a blanket party and just put her ass to sleep. I'm so violent. Liberty fell for the bullish in 2.5 seconds. That pissed me off. And it pissed me off as well. But that was pretty much it, EJ. That was pretty much it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to season 2. What about you? What are your expectations for the return? We talked about this in the beginning. Will you continue to watch? How you feeling? Let me know.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I just want to say that I know that apparently, allegedly, supposedly, per the internet, that this show says that they got some of the worst reviews of all time. I really feel like that has more to do with KK than anything. I don't think that they're really giving it a fair shot. I think that the show starts off kind of slow and then kind of like builds you up. And I think what we end up with is actually a pretty decent storyline. I'm not saying that the show is like the best thing in the world. There's not a bunch of shows that I'll ever say is the best thing in the world. Because even some of those shows, people say, oh, but it's not this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like everybody's going to have a different opinion about it. But I really feel like it gets a unfair shake because of that. And I think that's really sad because they really have strong actors, Glenn Close, Niecy Nash. I think they all have done a really, really good job. And, say what you want to say about KK. It is what it is. Like, I feel like her balance, like, they're not leaning on her to carry the show.
Right.
I think that Sarah Paulson is the one who carries the show. And I think it just started out like Tamika said, it just started out a little shaky because it started out slow. And then I think it just took its turn up because the story is there. Ain't no way I would have ever thought that we would have been from where we started to where we are.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I just can't deny Sarah Paulson. Like, I think that Sarah Paulson just carries this damn show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think she does an amazing job at being a villain.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, Star Child. Absolutely. I think that if you take away that little part, even if you put in somebody who's mediocre, I'm not even talking about um, a list actor. If you put in somebody who's mediocre to do exactly what she's doing now, I think that you do not have the harsh criticism of it. I think that people will look at all the other hitters in it and give it a fair shake. I think that is sad, but I think people are missing out on a show that actually is pretty decent. Like, I think it's pretty good. I think where we're going with the story, I'm here for the story. I'm in it. I want to see how the hell Car go ahead and finish pulling this off. And especially these last two episodes, they delivered, if you ask me. That's
Absolutely.
my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely, EJ. Girl, I'm just here for all of the shenanigans. Can we I don't think Carr is because Carr is literally Sarah Paulson is literally carrying the show. I don't think Carr is gonna go anywhere anytime soon. She's definitely there to ruffle everybody's feathers. And if she's gone, then who's gonna be doing the feather ruffling? Okay, all they're gonna do is solve cases and or divorce, have divorce cases and all of that. The show would be absolutely boring. And so I love how Carr is fixated. She's literally fixated on Allura, like one of the most glamorous women, in their opinion, in the show. Like, of course, she's got the body, she's got the look, she's got the man, she's got the money. Like, why wouldn't I want to be like her? So I love how she's fixated on her. Maybe in the second season, I want to see them give us a story or a backstory or something that explains to us why she's so fixated and jealous of Allura. Now that is something I want. I would love to see. And if they gave it to us in the beginning, I don't know. Other than because it has to be something more than them just walking away from that old firm and creating their own firm and leaving her behind. It has to be something more to it than just that. So I'm here
I
for
honestly
it. I'm
don't
here
think it
for
is,
it.
Tika girl. I think that your girl is crazy. I think that it was what you said earlier. Remember, you said that about the father and the abandonment thing.
Right.
I
Right.
think that she has a really big abandonment issue, and she felt abandoned by them, by people who clearly were never her friends.
Yeah.
But she thought that they were in a clique, but they weren't. I think she's like created this whole idea of, like, or even if not that, she really thought that we're all women, so we should all stick together. Like, just, I think she just created this thing, because she
Right.
even at one point mentions, I think she says the word friends, and I don't think they were ever friends. I think that she thinks that they were something close, like what she would maybe consider to be friendship in her world. That's what I
Gotcha.
think it really is. I think she just really is
Screwed up.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Cuckoo.
But it's going to be great to see, because imagine
Absolutely.
if they pull this off all the way through until whenever this show ends. Like, if it gets 3 or 4 seasons, like, imagine carrying that same protagonist
Mhm.
or not protagonist, antagonist, all the
Right.
way to the end, right?
Right.
Like, that'd be great. I
Yeah.
would love that, because
Yeah.
she does a good job at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, y'all, with that being said, we just want to thank everybody for coming through. Shout out to Tamika's Den, shout out to Candy Love. Thank you guys for engaging with us. Shout out to Star Child 4000. Shout out to Bebe. Oh no, that was Queen. I'm sorry, because I've been getting Bebe and Queen mixed up sometimes. But shout out to you for coming through, Queen. Let's see who else we had in the chat. And also thank y'all for engaging with us. And y'all, we are at what, 431 subscribers over here on Talk That Talk Media. Now, I need you beautiful people to show us a little bit more support and spread the word. If 10 of y'all, if 7 of y'all in here, 8 of y'all in here, I need 7 or 8 of y'all to spread the word to about 10 people, like we in church. Spread the word to about 10 more people and get them to come on over here to Talk That Talk Media and tap that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, give us a thumbs up, comment, do all of the things to help spread the word about Talk That Talk Media. We absolutely do appreciate you guys for all that you do. I'm just scrolling, making sure I said thank you to everybody for coming through. And we still have some other things coming up on the channel. Tomorrow, I'm sorry, Saturday, you guys, we're going to be talking about Power Book Force. Yeah, we got to talk about it because Claudia is up out of here. And I didn't get to have a general conversation with nobody about Claudia being up out of here. And we get a new episode. So, Saturday, because we did switch the time. Saturday, Power Book Force around, what we say, EJ, 2:15?
I can't remember.
Well, y'all just stay locked into the channel. We will be back with some more content that you guys love to check out. We still have another Christmas movie coming up next Monday. We oh my God, we got a lot of things going on. But EJ, since we're gonna put a little list out for y'all so y'all can know what we got going on. But on your channel, TV Junkie, what do you got coming up, EJ?
I don't know if I feel like looking at this screen go in and out like it is. I am going to go live and talk about the family business and just do a live recap. And then I'm actually going to do a regular recap as well. And then on this Sunday, we have, we're going to talk about Bel-Air in its whole. And I know that one is at 2:15.
Okay.
I do know that time.
Right.
But we're going to talk about Bel-Air and it's whole. So if you have not watched Bel-Air, make sure to go ahead and binge watch it. This is the final season, so we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, on Sunday, the family business panel. So make sure to come, check that out as well. And then that's pretty much it over here on TV Junkie for now. I'll probably just... I might OD on a little bit more of family business content since we got the finale coming up.
Right. Okay, cool. And y'all, I know y'all saw a dope thumbnail that was put up for Welcome to Dairy. My girl EJ did her thing on one of those thumbnails. My girl got multiple talents. Right. But make sure, along with going to check out that thumbnail, y'all go ahead and push the play button and check out our latest reaction to it. Welcome to Dairy. Like, listen, I have what they call whiplash from jumping so much on these darn moves on it. And we keep seeing balloons all of a sudden, and we're seeing people getting snatched up out of the water. And I need y'all to come through and check out our reaction to it. Welcome to Dairy. We're dropping one every week or we're trying to keep up with what's going on, but we're dropping the episode every week. And we just love for y'all to come through and check out that reaction. On All Things Ruthless, y'all just stay locked in because we have the Oval. I'm also working on my backstory or my little compilation album of the Ruthless characters. Okay, it ain't as dope as TV Junkie, what they got going on over there, but your girl trying. Okay, so just come on through, and we absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, Tamika, I know I'm going off script, but yeah, Tamika, girl, you seen it, and EJ didn't want to look at the screen. You seen it. She hiding.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We have so much fun doing it. We have so much fun.
I don't know what she's talking about, y'all. You got to go check it out for yourself. Let me know if that's what you saw. Let me know what your interpretation is.
Anyway, y'all, absolutely. But thank y'all again. And we up out of this thing. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Make sure y'all come through, join the Patreon. We also got a Patreon, Ruthless Junkies, where you can see the full review, okay? Or the full reaction, I should say. But anyway, y'all.
Every jump, everything, all of it.
Okay. All right, y'all. We're up out of this thing. Peace.
Peace.
Talk that. Talk that. Talk that. Talk that. Talk that. Talk that.